Okay, so I'll read a sentence and then you give it a try, okay? And then we'll look at some parts of the sentence. So we Lingít you ʼatángi Daḳká Aan.eetí ʼatángi. So everybody we Lingít.
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 You ʼatángi.
Yukon.
Daḳká Aan.eetí. Okay. So Tlingit language, Daḳká is inland, and Aan.eetí is a word for camp. And so there's 4 places that people have gathered in the past years. So the first one is Natasahinik. Yahweh, that's Carcross. There's Link, Teslin, Brooksbrook. That's about 20 miles out of Teslin. Collyne. Yahweh, Whitehouse. And see that little pinched X at the ends of those places? That pins it at that place. This is not a mini across. And when you look here, you see elders, you see kids, everybody mixed together. And this building, it's about a couple miles out of Carcross. And I'll tell you something funny about the building. See the windows? On the outside of those windows, all around, bats have moved in and built their houses. And so the word for bat is sik'eeditani. And it wouldn't be unusual, you know, the door would be open and people would be working at Lingít and you'd see a baby bat all of a sudden crawl in through the door into the class. So, Une, you'll recognize people, Une. And this is Lichéesh inland. Some of us work with her every week. And this is Tlingit, Norman James. And he's another elder who's greatly contributed. And Lichéesh, Sam Johnston and Teslin with Yéil and Millie. So let's try these sentences. Cynach ham Lichéesh away.
Lichéesh away.
Lichéesh away.
Away. How do you say that one? The third word?
Ham Lichéesh away. Ham
Yahweh.
Yahweh. So that means we were very blessed. We Lingít you ʼatángi.
We Tlingit you ʼatángi.
We Tlingit you ʼatángi.
We Tlingit you ʼatángi.
Daḳká Aan.eetí.
Daḳká Aan.eetí.
Okay. So inland camp, Wush Kanach to Adi. Okay. So we were really blessed with inland Tlingit camps to gather together. Wush Kanach. Wush is together. And Wutu Da'adi, together. And when you look at this verb, I saw Kune's been teaching you. You see the prefix wu. That puts it, that means it's happened. And then you see two. We. And then da is that little thing called classifier. And then the stem here is actually ought for a plural number of people to go. And what's happened here at the end is the T is changed to a D, and we've added an I, which is a marker that says, you know, it means that we have gathered, we are gathering together. Any questions? Okay, let's keep on going. So, ʼatángi. Away. So that's our. Anybody know ʼatángi? Our teacher. Kahashukakau. Okay, that's our elders. And in that word, you see shuka. They're ahead of us, people. Dang, Sakune taught you about that. Yeah.
That sounds a little hard.
Yeah, that means really well. Ik has amplitu. So our teachers and our elders really taught us well. And so, nice. And this is Lagoon. This is an elder who lives in Collyne, and she's gone now, but T'oochʼ worked with her and produced just an amazing set of over 20 videos of her speaking and telling stories. And so he's in the process of transcribing those. And in those camps, there were kids, and the elders just loved being with them to teach. So let's try this. Okay. Every day. We Tlingit ʼatángi.
We Tlingit ʼatángi.
So every day, Tlingit language, we studied. And so if you look at this verb, here are the parts that we've seen with T'oochʼ. Woo. So that puts it, it's a perfective marker. It's putting it like it's happened. And then anybody remember the two? Oh, I think I heard it. We. Yeah, we. And there's that mysterious thing, not so mysterious as time goes by though, that classifier. And there's your stem. Two. And this stem, and I see you've been doing this with T'oochʼ, is long and high. Two. Right. And so everybody was helping everybody, like learners teaching learners. And so it was awesome, and people felt loved, and it was always okay to make mistakes. So let's try this sentence. Tláa.
Tláa.
Always. A'atúm'sgu.
Misiku.
Yeah. So ha, like our, to our inside. Sigu, we were happy.
Sigu.
Yeah, the way. In Alaska, you'll have a W there. Tlakha to sigu. We were happy. And then whoosh eat wutu dashi.
Whoosh
Whoosh
eat.
eat wutu dashi.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
So we were happy to help each other. So when you look at this verb, okay, you see the wu. It's happened. That's your perfective marker. And to, that means we, us. And there's that classifier. Da. And then your verb root there is she, help, long and high, help. So we were happy always to help each other. These are people came from Atlan, people came from Alaska, Collyne, Collyne, Carcross, Tighish. This is Keishi from Teslin, and this is Deborah Baer, Shao Desti. She works with language in Carcross, and this is Tláa Ida. She lives in Tighish, which is about 30 miles out of Carcross. So let's try this. Daďká Aan. So food, and this kadan means mighty fine, mighty fine. Daďká Aan. Wutuwacha. Yeah. Anybody want to take a guess at that?
We ate?
Ah, Yahweh. Yéil. Yeah, we ate mighty fine food. Okay, there's that perfective marker. It happened. There's that we. That's what your classifier is looking like here. And that's your verb stem, long and high. Okay, so now this is going to tell you what we drank. Tea. Yeah. Alaska, Chayu, inland, D. Kakahwe. Yisikugi. Ah, Yahweh. Kahwe. Tea and coffee.
Utudina.
Anybody want to take a guess at that? Yisikugi. Drank. We drank. So again, there's your parts of that verb. Woo, it happened. To, we, di is what the classifier looks like, and we drank. High and long. Okay, so here's some of the foods we ate. Hot. Anybody know? Hot.
Fish.
Salmon.
Saknen. Bread.
Ah, Yahweh, bread. Yahweh. Anybody know? So that's soap berries. Cachli. Cachli. Yeah, Lichéesh. Lichéesh hajiwu. We had everything. So here they are. Saknan. Ayakaway. Cachli. Soap berries, and Shinukzi Saknan Dujiwu too. You want to try that? Shinukzi. Saknan Dujiwu too. So sweet things like that cookie. Dujiwu, she has. Sue also. So this is a really, I don't know if you've encountered it before, a really handy little bit of words. Dujiwu. So she has. Dujiwu. If I want to say I have, it's jiwu. Try that.
Jiwu.
Yeah. So if we change it. So if I change that to that jiwu would mean I have.
Jiwu.
Jiwu. She or he has. And what about this one? If I say jiwu, anybody want to take a guess at that one? Jiwu.
Have.
We have?
You're really close. You have.
Oh, you have.
Yeah. Jiwu. What about this one? Jiwu.
We have?
Yes, away. Awesome. Yeah. We would lots of food always, and one of my jobs was I would come back to Whitehorse at night, and I would go down and I would buy about 6 to 8 dozen eggs and boil them in a great big pot every night. The elders just love those boiled eggs. So these are our kids from Atlan. There's K'nei's oldest little one. And right here, Wayne Carlick is an artist. And you probably recognize Nakaklan and Mallory, Tashi's wife. And these people came one year from Carcross. So let's try these verbs. T'oochʼ. Ka'atwutuwashi. So we danced and we sang. I see we're getting close to time up, so I'll go through the rest. There's just a few others kind of quickly here.
We have until the class is 9:30 to 10:30, so we have a little bit still.
Oh, okay, we're okay.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So here's an inland word that means sometimes. Mayatiek. Wutudlika. Yake. Su also. Su. So here's one of those verbs. So there's that good old perfective marker. It happened. And to. Ayahaway. And there's that classifier. Tli. And ka means to gamble or playing cards. So we gambled too. We played cards too. Okay. Ku'a. Ayahaway. However, just Lingít ʼatángi.
Lingít ʼatángi.
Right, just in Tlingit language, T'oochʼ. Just, yeah, it was all in Tlingit language. So that's what was heard. And then Kaklige here, Norman James, he taught us this really neat word, which was not to be stingy when you gamble, when you play cards. So here it is. Tlechka. Nobody. Wushkiek.
Wushkiek.
Nobody was stingy. So we had all sorts of kids with us, and they were amazing. So, you know, it was all language. Didn't matter for everybody. So they were puppets, and they put on puppet shows. And you see Nakatlan and Chashi here from Juneau and Mallory. They would do games with the kids, all in Tlingit. And these were some of the kids from Carcross daycare. And they're being taught Tlingit there too. So they just came and had such a good time. So Daḳká Aan. All the time. Iyatee. The kids. Hasash complete. So all the time the kids played. And here you see, this is really neat. So this is the word for children, yatki. And if you look, you'll see that yat for like child, yadi, yatki. And then if you look at the verb to play, what do you see? You see that verb stem, yat, child. So it's almost saying like all the time, the children, which is really neat. The verb for play has the root in it for child. So hastu tuwum sigu.
Hastu tuwum
sigu.
They were happy. Ha'in. With us. Sna'ati. They were happy to be with us, to go with us, to be with us. They were happy. However, I was telling you about the bats. There was also a cat, Yadush, this cat right here. And this beautiful little girl, Oksana. And she loved that cat. And this camp was for 10 days. And first thing every day she did was to find that cat beside this building. And then that poor cat had to do everything that everybody was doing. If we were playing cards, she had that cat's paw on a card. If we were, here the cat is dancing. If there was dancing, that poor cat was dancing. And as the days went by, that cat tried harder and harder to get away from Oksana, but she always got it. And that cat became madder and madder. So let's try these words. Yadushkua.
T'oochʼ.
Yéil. The cat, however, T'oochʼ. Did not like we Lingít ʼatángi. Lingít language. Yeah, it kept on listening always. It didn't like that. T'oochʼ. Okay, that did not like, that cat did not like. Tlingit. Right, so that cat did not like to dance. Monkas. And that means or. So that cat did not like to dance, or a'atángi. Right, that cat did not like to dance or sing. Tlach can't uanuk. Right, that really angry. You can see it in that poor cat's eyes. The cat was really angry. We douche. However, the cat learned Tlingit for 10 days and sang and danced. So this is in Collyne, and it was the same idea. It was a 10-day, 2-week, or part of actually a 3-week language intensive camp. And this is the Heritage Center outside of Teslin. This is Tláa, and she teaches Lingít to the little kids. And here you see people learning, people teaching each other, learners teaching learners, which is so good. So, iyatee. Sometimes, Gande. M'tuwa'adi. Yahweh, we went. Sue. Also. And here, we had to help. We broke into different groups, and we taught each other. And there was usually one speaker here. It's Bessie Jim with the group. And this is in the language center in Whitehorse, Yukon Native Language Center. And this is back in Carcross. You see Collyne and Deborah. And this is back in the Native Language Center. And people are doing skits, Tlingit. So, always a'atángi. And then nooch. Right. So this is always, we were laughing. We laughed. Yeah. Look at these camps and you just see people laughing all the time. T'oochʼ. Or inside.
Daďká.
Away. Truly. Whoops. Wuke.
Tlingit.
Okay.
Yeah. We were truly happy. And here you see two elders in Teslin. That's T'oochʼ. I think Renee taught you last week the amazing saying she had of a boat where no one speaks, always goes over the rapids. And this is Tlaa's Sam Johnston in Teslin. And he's very, very active in passing on his knowledge and language. And Lichéesh with Bessie Jim. And in Carcross, and some elders in Teslin. And these are all speakers. So, Pusachan.
Pusachan.
That's Yahweh. That's love. KTOO. Yahweh, and kindness. Love and kindness. Yahweh, everybody. Yéil. Yahweh, everywhere. So everywhere, love and kindness.
Can you do that word again? Idakat.
Oh, T'oochʼ.
A little slower.
Okay, so you go. Daḥká.
Daḥká.
So T'oochʼ.
Daḥká.
Yahweh.
Daḥká.
T'oochʼ.
Daḥká.
Daḥká.
Yéil. And here you see again elders who taught us, Lichéesh and lagoon, Tlaa's, Sam Johnson, Bunn, Lichéesh. He's working with language in Teslin and Whitehorse, teaching. And the Yukon has started a program where they brought in 20 young people with about 3 different languages, maybe 4, and all year intensively they are learning their languages. And Lingít is one of them, and Yéil is one of the teachers. And this is the last day, that's T'oochʼ. And you see Kyle Worrell and Florence Shakely. And so, Daḥká. Truly. Yeah, Daḥká, truly. T'oochʼ. Truly, we were grateful. Yeah, with each other. Yéil. Awesome. So truly, we were grateful to be together. And at the end of when people talk, often you'll hear this phrase, I'll do it again and then you try it. Okay, and thank you for hearing my words. thank you for hearing our words. Yeah. And if this is thank you for hearing our words, if I change that to ach, thank you for hearing my words. So at the end, Dacelene, at the end of any speech, at a kuik or anything, you hear that. Thank you for listening to my words. Any questions?
What an incredible slideshow.
Yeah, like that.
I was blessed to be there because the whole, all of these camps, everybody is so loving and so kind. You start to realize, hey, we're learning from the elders and from Kune, from just absolutely brilliant teachers. And we're also learning that it's okay to make mistakes and for learners to teach learners. And that's what makes it such a lovely, safe place to learn.
Tlingit for your wonderful lesson.
Thank you.
I was just wondering, since we weren't recording at the very beginning, and I really like those phrases you gave us, the how are you and the responses. Could you bring that slide up once again and then pronounce them just so we can look at that and practice when we look at the recording? Tlingit.
Uh-oh. Nisitingi, we phrases, are they there? Mm-hmm. And there was this one at the beginning. I'm not sure if you practiced it. You put your name. Yukon. I am called. So if I wanted to do my Lingít name, I would go Yéil, T'oochʼ, Tláa, Yukon. And if I could put my English name, Collyne, Yukon. Try that with your own name. Everybody can just do it together.
Randa Yukon.
Awesome. So
I'm used to, because so many people do it this way, that I do it the other way.
oh, Ayekaway. That's a very, very good way too. So that would be, I could say Yeshtuchla, Aya, Sayi. So Yeshtuchla, Aya, Sayi. That is my name. That's another awesome way. Try this one. What's the iyatee?
Iyatee.
How are you? And some possible answers. Let's try these together. Or wasa atute.
What's the ute part?
That means I am. That's can be added on or not, doesn't matter.
ʼatángi,
Ayahwe. Chaturihuet. Okay, I'm tired. Chatyanik. I'm sick. And you can even go into more detail here. You can say things like ach, sha, unique.
unique,
I've got a headache. My head is sick. I've got a headache. You hurt your hand? Ach, Jen, my hand, unique. My hand is hurt.
Unique.
Yahweh, ach, sha, unique. If your knee is hurt, ach, ki, unique. My knee is hurt, is sick. So you can put in anything. My head hurts. I have a headache. My knee hurts. My chin, my hand hurts. I got a sore hand. And after somebody asks you a nice thing that you will hear people say, and it keeps the conversation going, is Gunashish wa'ekua. And inland, you hear wa'edes. What? And you now. Any questions?
I have one. Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Yeah, this is Cindy. I'm sorry. I mean, I want to ask, how would you ask, is your knee hurting or do you have a headache?
Oh, okay.
What's wrong?
Let's take this one right here. Akshayani. Okay. And let's change it into a question. So we're going to ask you if you have a headache, if your head hurts. So we're going to change that to e, your, and then it's your head, isha, and then yani. And then there's what we call this little ki, and sometimes you'll hear yeah. And when you see that, that means you're asking for a yes or no answer. So it's like saying, your head is sick, yes, no. In other words, do you have a headache? Isha yaniki.
Isha yaniki.
Awesome. Try, is your knee hurt?
Iki yaniki.
Okay. Try, is your hand hurt?
Ijin yaniki.
Yahweh. And tooth is Yahweh. So try, do you have a toothache?
Yaniki.
Yahweh. Yaniki. Really good question.
So what is it? Ganashish, this is Rhonda. So what is the response for, oh, too bad, or I'm sorry, when someone says, oh, I have a headache?
You could say something like, Ishan, you know, Ishan. It's sympathy.
Ishan.
Yeah, Ishan. Yeah. You can also say things like, ʼatángi. I hope you heal. But you can say ishan. Now, sometimes you'll hear people tease with that too. Like somebody will stub their toe and the friend will look at them and say, ishan, you know, like you poor thing, you know, just sort of in a teasing way. But it can mean real sympathy, ishan. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Well, after all of those pictures of camp, I'm so curious if there'll be opportunities this summer that you know of, and if there's a place we should look to keep an eye. You know, attending an hour a week is clearly a slow learning path, and I imagine, you know, having a few weeks just around the language could be so helpful.
It does. It makes a real difference. Yeah, and it's sort of holistic. There's you hear and you see pieces explained here and pieces explained there, and all of a sudden you realize, say, I know those words, I know that word, you know, ʼatángi, you know, I understand that now, or ʼatángi, I understand that now. And so it starts to come together at those language camps. We're hoping inland to really hoping to have one or two of those. And it may be, we don't know where, Dacelin, Brooksbrook, Carcross, Onlink. And people are so welcome to come. Just come. So nothing is planned yet because of COVID. Everybody's kind of waiting to see, you know. I know Ine really wants to come inland, and we really would like to have him come. He's just such an incredible, loving teacher. And so there are plans, I think, you know, that will be coming together. I think keep asking Ine, and he'll be able to tell you, you know, how the plans progress.
Beautiful, thank you.
Yeah, we really want it to happen. We are missing Ine and everybody from the Alaska. We're really missing people inland here.
Today's class was so special, and you brought so many gifts to us, and we're sad that Hunne is in pain, and we're really grateful and blessed that you said yes to spend the morning with us. Tlingit, thank you for your time and wonderful teaching.
Tlingit, Yukon. Tlingit,
Tlingit.
Don't knock me off.
Jamie, and I want to date with you.
I want to date with you. What are you doing at 1 o'clock? Because there's a totem pole raising.
I'll see you there.
Good of the order. Good of the order.
I put on my lipstick
before we leave this meeting. I know, I've just been admiring it. Thank you.
Good. I'll see you with the Wishkton pole. I'll be there.
1 o'clock to 4 o'clock. For those who don't know, it'll be streamlined also with KTOO. Is what I understand. Yeah, I'll be there. I'm just trying to whip through some work and travel and get as much as I possibly can done. And then the boss man was like, "Don't hurry coming back. Just do your thing." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, I probably won't be back today then." Because you told me to. Yeah. Hi, I'll be right with you. Okay.
We'll see you
I'll talk to you later. All right.
Bye.
See you.